Listen, it's been a struggle.
It's always a struggle. It's never not a struggle.
That's so true. But I think our most recent experience, we recorded, how many hours was that?
It
Would you
was
say
3
we were
hours.
here?
3 hours. I
3
think we
hours.
did
Okay.
4 episodes last
Yeah.
week.
And
4.
we tried to have 2 cameras and no.
Got
Nope.
home on a Friday night to edit them.
And not one of them worked.
I texted Kate. I was like, I really hate to tell you.
I love that you said, don't worry, I've already grieved. I was like, well, I haven't. I'm just finding out. I need some time.
I was like, I'll grieve for you. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Oh my gosh.
It's so sad. It's so sad. But here we are.
Here we are.
Let me just say, I'm going to rant for a couple of comments that we got on social media.
Yes, please do.
Absolutely.
I don't read them.
Yeah,
you read them.
Yeah, I do read them. It's like its own hell to read them.
Yes.
But like sometimes we get some legitimate mental health comments or questions that I want to respond to.
Okay.
So I read them for those people.
Okay.
But, then we get the other jerk offs. For the I won't even call you a gentleman, for the guy who responded to our little clip about us making fun of ourselves, about me being a parking nightmare and Kate using her fingers to do math. And you commented back, and these people think they have the right to vote. We would just like to tell you that my vote plus Kate's vote minus your vote means we win every single time. So that goes out to you, sir. I hope you saw that clip.
So good. So good. Thank you for giving us content, sir.
We appreciate it. And then there was one clip that I don't even know what clip it was, but it was just something of us making fun of each other and our own, quirks and little mental health whatevers. And someone quoted underneath it, commented, "Why did you even make a clip of this?"
Oh, I did see that one.
And I wanted to comment back,
why did you even comment? That was my question too. I did see that one. I was very confused. Like, you took the time. Same brain. Took the time. Okay.
I was like, I can't even take the time to comment back to you.
No. I have an answer for this. The person that said, why did you even make this? To give you something to do. Right. You're welcome.
Yes. Yeah. And so the last thing I want to address is we've had a couple comments talking about, alluding to the fact that we are not talking about the heavier things that are happening in the world right now. We are not addressing those things at all. In fact, we think we're doing the exact opposite. We take time and money out of our week every week to produce a free podcast that gives out free mental health and wellness tips at a time where everybody is feeling horribly anxious and really depressed and has less money than they used to and is struggling to even get their medications filled and pay for that. So this is our answer to how terrible we think things are right now. So if the perception is that we're just avoiding the deeper topics, we spend 7 to 9 hours every day, Monday through Friday, talking people through what is
going on in the world.
So this is our answer to doing something, is to provide this and to give these free tips. That is our answer to what's going on. We feel we are.
This is the way that we're showing up. Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's that.
All right. So today we're talking about quiet cracking.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Quiet cracking. So what is quiet cracking? When it happens, what does it look like? And then some strategies to protect and prevent burnout.
And this is particularly in corporate America. So those of you that are working those 9-to-5 jobs, not just in the corporate offices, but a lot of you are headed back or have been back, or now 3 days a week or 2 days a week, or some of you back 5 days a week. You're working in offices that never had any opportunity to go home. So this is to address all the things that you're dealing with in those environments.
Yes. So in the workplace, what does it look like? It's more internal disengagement and like subtle mental health strain among employees. So it's like a slow internal breakdown of motivation, engagement, and emotional energy. So think office space.
Oh, I love that.
And that is like it starts at quiet cracking.
Like the definition, we looked this up. The definition of quiet cracking is the slow degrading of your well-being. Ooh. So for anybody who is working like in corporate America right now, you can feel that in your bones. And
people
with your
do. They're
chest.
like,
you're like, yep, it's slowly taking.
They're like, it's killing my soul. That's accurate. You're not wrong.
Yep. Yeah.
You're not wrong. Okay. So what are some symptoms of quiet cracking? Forgetfulness, irritability, low motivation, procrastination, and some dissociation, which I feel like most of us, is that like we just have those daily? Because I'm like, check.
Yep. Every single one. Yeah.
Dissociation is like you're sitting in a meeting, like you're physically there, but your mind is not Like you're either planning what you're going to have for dinner or
Mhm.
thinking about like what your life would be like when you quit this job that you kind of need. So like your body is there, but your brain is not.
Yeah. I also remember, like, remember the days where you wake up in the morning with kids and you're trying to get people awake and dressed and out the door and on buses, and then you go to work. And then I would remember, like, walking up to the front door of my job being like, and now I have to work for 8 hours. Like,
Hmm.
I feel like the day should be over. Like, the morning shift was already so complicated. And now you're
I'm
like
working a
about to,
double.
and now you do. And then you feel like, and then I get out and I got to go pick kids up at daycare and do homework and put dinner on the table and then baths and pack lunches. And then you wake up and do it all again. And it does slowly erode your mental
Your
well
soul.
being. Yeah.
So why does it happen? Cumulative stress. So like little stressors adding up over time. There's
Mhm.
internalized pressure, externalized pressure, like expectations you have or numbers you have to
Mhm.
meet. And then your own internalized pressure of like, what do I need to do to not get fired? Like, I'm not
Mhm.
trying to stand out, but I'm also trying not to get fired.
Right.
What is
Need
the,
this paycheck.
yes, how can we exist in that kind of air
Mhm.
coasting? And then there's like life transitions, and a lot of your life transitions happen during your working career life.
Mhm.
That's like
Yeah.
typically when people are like maybe moving out for the first time, getting married, having children, getting divorced, becoming empty nesters. Like a lot of that is happening during your kind of like career window when you're in the working world. So
Yeah.
you're also dealing with that in addition. So what it looks like is like bare minimum.
Mhm.
Again, the I'm not
Mhm.
trying to get fired and I'm not trying to earn any awards. Mentally
Mhm.
checking out.
Right.
That's the physically I'm here, mentally I'm gone. Cognitive fatigue, procrastinating small tasks, emotional fraying,
Mhm.
right? So Barb from, accounting looks at you wrong and you're like,
What's up, Barb?
come at me
Come
today,
on.
Barb.
Come on, Barb. Let's do this.
Um,
Ask me where my expense report is.
yeah.
I did work at a job once where they blocked every single external website. Like
Oh,
Amazon was blocked. Pinterest was blocked. Like anything. And here's the thing that was so infuriating about that. If you had 15 minutes and all you wanted to do was figure out what you could make with the chicken that you took out before you left for work that day, and you're gonna stop me from doing that. Like,
yeah, the
that's
frost burn
insanity.
chicken. There's a section for that.
Seriously, what do you think I'm doing in the 15 extra minutes you give me in the day? That
Hmm.
like, what if I am on Amazon buying my kids socks that they need for Friday? Like,
No, I'm buying supplies for the office that no,
honestly,
you're not giving me that I need for my group. I am purchasing that with my own monies.
right? I'm like, yeah, the blocking of that's what I mean. Sometimes, just the over scrutinizing and the just the over watching. It's just infuriating. So all this leads to quiet quitting.
Yes. So
Yes.
quiet cracking is what happens internally, and quiet
Mhm.
quitting is the external behavior.
Right. It's how it
Yes.
starts to shape you when you are working at the job. So, quiet quitting is not deliberate, but it is a slow erosion of your engagement at the job.
Yeah. It's the result of quiet cracking left unchecked.
Hmm. Yep.
Hmm.
And we just start to kind of give up. Like your productivity is still what it needs to be to function at the job, to keep the job, but you are no longer interested in growth opportunities, doing more,
Hmm.
advancing. You've just kind of given up. And we are in it for
Hmm.
the paycheck, which many people get to, but your investment in the time and energy in the company is now done. All right. So we've done quiet cracking. We've done quiet quitting. And what are the roots for these particular things to kind of occur? Like, what are the things that start to begin to happen and then are going to lead to people actually just completely giving up? And usually there's some sort of mass resignation that occurs. So, our financial needs are something that will keep us at the job longer than we want to be, right? We just can't go without the paycheck. So, we stay at the job, but we have no investment in this place. I am
Hmm.
literally giving you the bare minimum to get you to pay me for being here. But my investment is I don't care about this anymore.
Hmm.
Like when it is just about the paycheck, which it is for many people, that extra or I'm going to work really hard, I'm going to be super creative, I'm going to come up with new ideas for this company. It's just done. So we're just in it for the paycheck. And that continues to eventually not be enough. And we'll look for other places and start that kind of active quitting. That's when you
Hmm.
start to think about writing that resignation
I
letter.
think also when you feel like your company doesn't care
Hmm.
about your growth, that they just want you to if you don't care about me, but
Hmm.
I'm supposed to stay invested in you, make
Yes.
that make sense. Like it's not a collaborative
Yep.
relationship anymore.
The other thing is poor leadership, which is people making decisions that aren't really doing the job or aren't talking to the people who are doing the
Doing the
jobs.
job. Yeah.
You have poor leadership, it is probably one of the most influential things. I have had clients who have worked amazing jobs. They have worked so hard to get to their particular positions, and they have left companies, even though the salaries were amazing, the
Hmm.
title was what they wanted, because the person that they had to directly report to was awful, was just awful. poor leadership skills, couldn't inspire, made it an environment in which you feel like I'm never giving them what they want. I'm literally never succeeding in their eyes. And
Yeah.
so they leave.
And I think the opposite is true. Like at my job, I loved my supervisor
Hmm.
and I loved my coworkers. And that is what kept me there
Yeah.
longer than I probably should have been
Yeah.
there.
If you like the people you work with,
It makes
that's like
calling
one of
out
those.
hard because you're like, I don't
I
want to
like
burden you
them.
with this.
Mhm.
Like, I'm really sorry. And that can work.
Last thing I have is workload pressures, right? So
Yeah.
excessive demands and the new stuff, which is the metrics, the data. Oh my goodness, stop it already with the data.
Make sure it's measurable.
Oh my God. So everybody who's working a corporate job who gets like those meetings with their supervisor and they're like, well, we show that you're taking 5 extra minutes on every call that you're on that you don't need to be on. We want to shorten that time down to 2 minutes per call. It's ridiculous. We have gotten so metric and data driven in these
Hmm.
jobs that we're forcing people right out of jobs. You
Yes. Okay, so what can we do about it? One is like naming it, two is normalizing it instead of like brushing it under the rug. Micro boundaries are another one. So,
Mhm.
micro
Yeah,
boundaries are kind of
yeah,
like putting these things in that help preserve a sense of control. Well,
right.
I have control over if I work Friday, if I work Saturday, and when exactly I respond to this email, text, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. Now I can hear everybody in corporate America, they're going to say, we have to respond 24 hours a day, 7 days a week because the emails come right to our phone. The voicemail messages come right to our
Why did
personal
we
phone.
just say like that's a thing now and
Yeah.
no one questioned it?
And it's a total thing now. It's an absolute thing now. And you kind of get dinged on it. Like you'll get a email from your manager on a Saturday. Hey, sorry to bother you on a Saturday, but, and they expect that
They
you
may
checked that
expect
email and that you responded
They
to it.
may expect what I tell clients, like, please check your employment contract and your job
Mhm. Of
description because very often you're being asked to do things outside of your
course.
job role. You're being asked to respond on a
Mhm.
weekend,
Yeah.
which, if that's an agreement we have, that's fine. And I'm going to figure out what compensation I need. But don't just think, well, I guess I automatically have to do this. Like, at very least, check and have a conversation like, hey, if I'm repeatedly like being asked to stay at this time, like,
Mhm.
what are we doing about
Yeah.
that?
And here's a way that you can address it. So you get that email, you're like, look, I got to keep this job. I don't want to get in trouble if I don't respond. Respond to the email on a Saturday if you have to, on a Sunday if you have to. But then in conversation the following week with your boss, just say, hey, I realized that you had hit me up on Saturday. I am usually with my families on Saturday. I
Hmm.
don't frequently check. Is this something that is
Hmm.
now that I should be doing, a requirement of the job that
Hmm.
we will often be expected to check on Saturday and
Hmm.
Sunday, send reports on Saturday and Sunday, do some work on Saturday and Sunday. I'm just trying to get to a place where I understand what
Hmm.
this job entails. And then to Kate's point, you can take that to your next review and be like, hey, one of the things that I think I've done really well this past 6 months, or one of the things that I think I should be compensated as we talk about my compensation
Yep.
going into next year
Yep.
is I'm available on the weekends. I kind of work, Saturdays and Sundays at this point. So yeah, I mean, it's happening to everybody and
Hmm.
just ignoring it is not an option sometimes if you want to
Yeah.
keep your job, but there are ways to kind of address, hey, I'm working on the weekend without refusing to work on the weekends. And one of the biggest issues that a lot of people have spoken to me about over the past 2 years is that you're working in jobs right now and having no increase in your compensation, right? So there
Hmm.
are no more bonuses, nobody's getting the
Yeah.
increase, and you're still working the same jobs and you're still supposed to be working just as hard as you did before
Or you
with
get a jelly of the month club.
seriously, with no increase in your annual income. And we all know that prices for everything are going up. The question we get often is, what am I going to do about that? How do I stay motivated? And here's the thing, make sure that your resume that you're keeping active, hopefully, that resume is getting updated with all the things you're currently doing. So every 3 months or so, you should be taking a look at your resume and going, you know what? I do this now at this job. I do this now at this job. And put those on your resume
Hmm.
because those are skills that are going to take you. You might not be compensated for them, but if you are being asked to do more and more and more, update those resumes every 2 to 3 months. Put that out, even if you're not currently looking for a job, have it ready to go, but add those things that now you're doing that this job keeps asking you to do more and more of because somebody else might pay for those particular skills.
Yeah, like if you're on the birthday brigade, which somebody is, right? Someone's got to keep
Somebody
track, and
buys
we're
that
good.
damn cake
Yeah,
every
someone
month.
buys the cake, and somebody gives you the balloons and does the thing. Put the birthday brigade on there.
Bless that person. So we wanted to end. We interviewed some people before this particular podcast episode who have been working in corporate America their entire lives and who would love to hear some phrases be retired and never used again. So here we go. Number one on the list was circle back.
No, got to stop that.
We just don't want to circle back anymore. No one wants to circle.
Also, sometimes it's a trapezoid.
Let's just
Okay,
stop.
it's not just a direct circle.
So if
Okay,
you're a manager, just stop it.
just
No
stop
one's
saying
going to
that.
circle back. at all.
Mhm.
The same line, touch base. Let's touch base later on that. We're just not going
Like, what does that even mean? It means I don't want to talk about this right now. Shut up,
Right,
Barbara from H. We're not talking about, let's touch base about
right,
this
right.
later.
It means go away,
Mhm.
and I won't be returning to you
I
about this.
won't
I
be
won't be
circling
circling
back,
back.
nor will I be touchy base. Neither
I won't
will
do any
be.
of those things with you. Synergy. We need to have synergy.
Is that a fake word? It's like a fake word.
Right?
Like, what does that even mean?
Get
Like,
out of here.
our
That's not what
powers
it means.
align? Is this Captain Planet? Like, what is happening?
Word. This one drives me nuts. Lean in. I just want you to lean into this. We just need to lean in to the new corporate mentality.
That,
Mm.
AKA, here's what it means. It means you need to increase your bullshit tolerance. Like, okay, we all know that this is bullshit. Okay,
Get on board.
Stanley, we know. Get on board, Stanley. Okay.
Win-win. It's a win-win.
It's always a lose-lose. Stop. Stop it. Stop gaslighting me.
Yeah, if I'm at work, it's
It's
a
a lose-lose.
lose-lose.
Stop gaslighting me,
It's not a
please.
win-win.
Allow me my dignity, okay?
Oh, this from the 80s and should have been retired then.
Oh.
Work hard, play hard.
Oh, yeah. That just is Wolf of Wall Street, like all over it. Do people still do that?
I don't know.
No,
We're hoping it's in the
but I
retirement.
feel, yeah, I feel like this era is like work bare minimum, sleep a lot.
Right. Do what I have to do to get through the day, and let's then
And
get
try
to my coping skills.
Try not to quiet quit.
Seriously, right?
Yeah.
Put a pin in it. That's so condescending.
It's so
actually.
mean.
It is. It's really, if someone says that to you, we're going to put a pin in this for now. It's so dismissive.
It's like, yeah, we're never
We're
revisiting
never
this.
coming back to
This
what you're
isn't.
saying. Let's table this. Again, so dismissive. All these are really basically like, shut up and go back to work,
Yeah.
right? Like that's kind of what it sounds like. It's like, I don't really want to listen to what you're going to say. So
Mhm.
I hope managers are listening to these phrases and are like, I'm going to stop using them. You hated this when I said it last time.
Oh.
Boots on the ground.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Boots on the ground. We're going to get some boots on the ground.
That's like a military concept.
Mhm.
Like,
Sure.
why did we bring that into corporate America? Boots on the
Well,
ground.
it is kind of a military structured place, right? Corporate America is very structured.
But what in a corporate setting, like, what does boots on the ground mean?
I don't know, because you're sitting at your desk.
You told me I can't even wear boots anymore.
Yeah.
I have to wear business casual. I don't even get to have boots, but now I have to have them on the ground.
I hear you. Reinvent the wheel. We're not trying to reinvent the wheel.
Really? Because I think
I think we have been reinventing the wheel over and over and over and over again.
yes, Bob. That's all this has been.
Move the needle.
No,
Mm-hmm.
no.
Give 110%. That's laughable at this point. It's just laughable.
Barbara, you're lucky if I give 17.5% on a good day.
I
That's
was just
all
gonna
I
say,
have
it differs
left.
every day. Like
That's all I have left today.
it differs every day. We were working at a fast pace. We're going to work at a fast pace.
What other pace is there? The only pace that I ever experienced, I remember saying this to one of my interns. I was like, listen, you just got to get to a place of acceptance. You're never going to be on top of your paperwork. You have to accept that and decide how you want to organize it.
Pace.
No, there's one pace and it's always, we have shit to do.
We're going to work like a family unit.
A
No, you're not.
dysfunctional family
Yeah.
unit where we don't
Right.
talk to each other and do passive aggressive shit.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
let's
makes
call it
kind of
what it
sense.
is. Are we going to
Yeah.
have Sunday dinner too,
Mhm.
where we talk about inappropriate stuff?
Maybe.
Okay.
Let's take this offline.
Someone's going to get in trouble for
Yeah,
this. So
you should
hush,
not have
hush.
said that in the group chat here. So
Yep.
let's take that
Mhm.
offline.
Yeah,
I don't have the bandwidth
I don't.
for this,
Yeah.
which I couldn't agree more. I mean, that one I actually feel
We'll
like
leave that one.
Yeah.
That one can stay.
Pivot. We need to pivot. You're having friends flashbacks.
Where am I pivoting to? Oh, with the couch? I can't pivot anymore. Listen, I can't pivot. I am who I am. I can't pivot. Where am I pivoting?
Nope. I did not hear about this one before. Not trying to boil the ocean.
Yeah, what?
I don't
Is that like
know.
not trying to reinvent the wheel?
I think it's like the newer version of that.
Okay.
Yeah, stop using it regardless. Finally, let's put this on the back. Everything basically is telling you, I don't care what you just said.
Your shit doesn't
Just
matter.
do what I told you to do
And do more of it
yes.
with less,
in quicker time,
quietly.
and I'll be fine.
Yes.
And
Do
that's-
all of that.
That's corporate America, really, as a summation.
I'm gonna make a nomination. So we talked about ones we need to get rid of. I would like
Yeah.
to nominate one that needs to make it in there.
Oh, what? We're adding one now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Pay attention, managers. If this meeting could be an email, make it a fucking email, please.
Seriously. Everyone in corporate America right now who is like, I can't tell you how many times I have to have a meeting about an upcoming meeting.
Mhm.
And then we're going to meet after the meeting about the meeting.
And
And
a
then we're going to
post
set an
meeting.
agenda about the meeting and
Yeah.
the objectives that we talked about in the meeting. Horrific. Listen to talk about time being wasted.
Yes.
Look at all those
Yes.
meetings that
Nothing
don't
will
need to
disengage you
occur.
more than a meeting that could have been an email.
Yes.
If it can be, please,
Yeah. And
please.
our PSA out there for anybody who might be listening who is in the upper echelon of a corporate entity.
One, do you want to sponsor us?
Absolutely. I mean,
Okay,
yes.
sorry.
But second, stop wasting your money on making your employees go through all of these kind of seminars and little speeches and inspirational times about how they can improve their attitudes at work, and put that money into your managers and your directors learning how to peacefully support and engage their employees. If you will put the money into the managers and the supervisors, I think you get much more out of your money. And if you need your managers to come talk to people that can tell them how to work better with their employees,
We're here.
we're available. We won't boil the ocean, go above and beyond. We'll give 110.
We'll,
We'll do it all.
we'll do it all.
Yeah.
All right. Until next time, stay nearly normal.